Greetings, YouTube. It is I, the Mayhem. I'm going to rant about shit today. So strap yourselves in, motherfuckers. So, you know what really annoys me? You know what really fucking annoys me? When I go to the store and I see somebody wearing a shirt with a lot of text on it, right? And in passing, I'm trying to read what the fuck is on their shirt, and I can only make out like half of it, either because they're walking too fast or I have a slight stigmatism, so I can't make out really, really small print on people's shirts. So I only get half of what the actual shirt says, or maybe it only has half of the message on the front of their shirt, and I just miss it, but I see the back of their shirt as I'm looking behind me. I hate that shit, because I'll see like half of the message in passing, and then I'll never see that person again wearing that shirt, and I don't want to be awkward, and I don't want to let them know that I'm staring at their shirt, because that's fucking weird. So I hate that, because I'll never know what the entire message of the shirt is. Not because I actually care about the actual message, but, you know, it's like incomplete in my mind, so it just kind of bothers me that I don't know what the fuck it says. I don't dwell on it too long, but it's just like one of those things, it's like, what the fuck, man? Have bigger print on your shirt, or don't have so much fucking print on your shirt. Have like 2 words, or a symbol, like, you know, the fucking Triforce or some shit. You know, keep shit simple so we don't have to fucking use a fucking magnifying glass in passing to look at your fucking shirts. You know what else annoys me? And I don't really know why this annoys me, it just kind of does. When I go to a parking lot and I see people who back into spaces, I hate that shit. I fucking hate that shit. And I don't know why. I don't know why it bothers me. And I see people like struggling to back in their cars and shit, and it's just like, why don't you just pull in forward? It's so much fucking easier. And some people say, oh, it's because, you know, it makes it easier when you're going to leave so you can see people behind you and stuff. And I always just take a few minutes. I'm just like, all right, when I'm backing out, nobody's behind me and stuff, so I'm good. And I back out and I have no problems. Also, the newer cars have like those rear cameras. I have one in my car where you can actually see people walking behind you and shit, and you don't hit small children and shit like that. But I don't know why it annoys me. It just does. And I know it's just a parking preference, but it's like, ugh, just park forward. And what especially annoys me is when people do that right next to me. Like, they'll back in right next to me, so their driver's seat is right next to my driver's seat. And it's just like, if we happen to show up at the same time, we'll arrive at both of our driver doors at the same time. So now one of us has to let the other one go. And it's just inconveniencing, and it's just one of those minor inconveniences that I fucking hate. But I digress. Something else I hate is when I'm in a restaurant or something like that, and I go out of my way to sit away from everyone else. I go out of my way to just sit in an isolated corner like a fucking weirdo, because I just like space around me. It's nothing personal. I don't hate people per se. I just prefer to be by myself. I prefer peace and quiet, and I prefer space around me. It's just a preference I have. People seem to go out of their way to sit right next to me, and I've tested this theory. For like, I think like a week, I went to a Qdoba. I don't know if you don't know what Qdoba is. It's kind of like Chipotle, just a burrito place. And I always sat in the same place. And every time I sat there, even if it was completely empty, people would always sit next to me, and there's seats everywhere, and they will always sit next to me or around me in some capacity. And I think and I've thought about this, I've pondered this. I'm like, why do people do this? Am I overthinking this? Am I overreacting? I really think that people have like subconsciously a herding mentality, where they need to be they just like to eat around people. Maybe they feel safer unconsciously and subconsciously. That's just me. I tend to overthink retarded shit like that, but I digress once again. Something else that annoys me. Well, it's two things in one. One thing that annoys me is when people ask me how many sets I have left can't talk, guys. How many sets I have left at the gym. I fucking hate this shit. Because I feel like they're fucking rushing me, and you know what, like, for anybody who goes to the gym, you know when you're working out and you do a set on the machine, right? And you have like maybe 15 seconds to 20 seconds of rest time, and then you do your next set. I usually do 3 to 4 sets usually. I don't really usually take up that much time on a machine. And so when people come up to me and ask me how many sets I have left, I'm like, dude, I don't give a fuck about your workout. Come back when I'm done. And And that's what I just tell people. I don't tell people how many sets I have left. I just tell them, come back when I'm done. Come back when I vacate the machine, or you can wait there and watch me. As weird as that may be, and some people do that shit too. Like they'll stand and they'll have their hands on their hips, just like. And I'm just like, dude, why? Like, do something. There's plenty of other machines you could be doing right now. You don't need this particular machine. And you don't need to work out this particular muscle group right now, or your workout's just no good. Your entire workout is ruined if you can't just do this one machine that I just happen to be on in an entire fucking LA Fitness. I mean, if you've never been to an LA Fitness is a huge gym with multiple machines. There's plenty of other things you could be doing, but for some reason I seem to pick the machine that everybody wants to use at the same time. Also, when I'm in the ab area, as I've said before, I like space around me, and when no one will be over there for a while, right? And when I get over there, like 5 or 6 people will just flood over there, and I'm just like, why? Why couldn't I just have like 5 minutes? 5 fucking minutes to just do some fucking mountain climbers and some push-ups and some ab workouts and some burpees and squat thrusts. Why do I always have to be surrounded by 8 or 9 people? Because, I mean, look guys, and I know it's not my ab area, it's not my mat. You know, everyone pays to go there, everyone else has the right to use it as they please, but it's just one of those annoying things that I wish I could avoid. But it's just something I have to deal with. But yeah, guys, those are some things that annoy me. This is the Mayhem. Thanks again for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Deuces.